A new OPA report on real property tax assessments and exemptions indicates there has been almost $19 million in revenue leakage from non-collections over the past 5 years and more than $21 million in foregone revenues due to various exemptions. Public Auditor Doris Flores-Brooks.
The challenge in Guam is the lack of interface with so many different systems.
And because the computers don't talk to each other, Auditor Maria Bagana says DRT can't be sure they're tracking all the potential new revenue.
The new buildings that were constructed, we cannot really ascertain if these new buildings have been included into the tax roll because they do not interface.
She says DPW provides the raw data of the construction, but Revenue Tax has to manually go into the system to find it. Then there are the so-called John Does, the owners of 6,000 properties that have been identified but with no records on who owns them. That's down from 10,000 in 2012, but still represents millions in uncollected taxes. Then there's the property tax rate itself, the lowest in the country. Brooks says 30,000 taxpayers pay literally little to nothing.
5,000 homeowners do not pay any tax whatsoever, and another 25,000 pay $100 or less.
The legislature has passed 4 laws to raise real property tax, but because senators tinkered with the formula, in the end it did not result in any revenue increase, says Auditor Luella Terlahi.
Appraised value, you multiply it by the assessed rate to get your assessed value, then you multiply it by your tax rate to get what's tax due. But within that formula, once they increase one rate, they'll lower the other rate.
4 attempts to adjust the real property tax did not result in any material increase in revenue.
Still, Brooks says, because we won't know the true impact of the Trump tax cuts until they're in effect for a full year, she says the 2% sales tax is probably needed to keep the government afloat. Senator Michael Nicholas disagrees. He's been convinced all along that stronger collection is what's needed.
With the recent audit reports, it's become evident that that is in fact the case. And instead of raising taxes on our people, let's bring that money in and make sure we're able to make ends meet that way.
Nicholas introduced a bill to repeal the 2% sales tax almost immediately after it was passed. Now he believes he's got the votes to remove it before it can go into effect on October 1st.
Based on some communications we've been having, we may have the 8 votes necessary to pass the bill, and we may in fact have the 10 votes necessary for an override.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.